Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89, and Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman drama. The film has been delayed a whole bunch of times. Anyone who knows the story, basically, and I can't even keep track of it. I just read all the dates, and I've already just can't remember them. I think it was supposed to open December or Christmas, basically, last year, 2019. And it got delayed a few times. It got pushed to... They said, okay, we can't do Christmas, let's just do summer. It'll be a summer movie, that's fine. We just move 6 months, all will be good. You know, COVID will be under control, everything will be good. Well, no, COVID is raging through America. America's in denial. The people who are aware of what's happening with COVID can't do anything about it, and the rest of the country's in denial and spreading it, and it's just getting more, the numbers are bigger, it's just a nightmare. So they thought, okay, well, we'll make it Christmas. And obviously it's November, and they're like, it's getting worse. It's not getting better, it's getting worse. So there was talk of, will they push it to summer next year and just move it a whole year on top of the other 6 months. Wow, that's a year and a half. Because still they can do a summer movie, and maybe it'll be in check by then, especially with a change of government that actually tries to do something about it. Maybe it will actually have some effect. I think it might be too late for anyone to do anything about it now. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but the whole issue was, are they going to release it on HBO Max instead of a theatrical release, or still do a theatrical release and just move it to a time where it's less dangerous? I don't know. And there was this whole debate, and I was sort of thinking, oh, please don't let it go to HBO Max. Please don't let it go to streaming. It deserves a proper theatrical release. I mean, I'm not the only person who's been waiting my whole life for a real Wonder Woman film, because the first film was good, but they did the Nazi story. No one likes the Nazi story. No one likes the 40s, the Wonder Woman in the 40s. No one likes that. Everyone likes the contemporary, now retro 70s Wonder Woman and 80s Wonder Woman. That's what people want, and that's what they gave us. That's why the sequel jumped to that, and I was really excited about it. But yeah, so I go on my emails the other night, I'm going through them, and I see one from Village Cinemas. I'm like, oh, I should have a look, because Village is open. I saw an ad for Tenet being released. I'm like, wow, Tenet's being released. They're actually this, and it's like in Victoria, opening in Victoria. Like, yeah, we're open, we're live. I'm like, okay, I'm not going, but okay, good. We'll see who else goes, if it makes any money. And then I saw at the bottom they had a bunch of all the movies that are going to come out, and I noticed Wonder Woman at the very end. I'm like, ooh, when's it actually opening? Because I wasn't sure when it was opening anymore. I thought it was next year. And I looked, it was Boxing Day. Now, Boxing Day 2 years ago, because my parents died, I am not really included in the rest of my family. So I kind of had to work out how to do holidays. Like, how do I have to make my own traditions and do things so, I don't basically kill myself at Christmas. Apparently Christmas and New Year's is when most people kill themselves. So I'm trying to avoid that. So I thought, I need some traditions, something to do, something to focus on, besides, dying alone and all that stuff. Single gay man, yeah, fabulous. So I went to see Aquaman on Boxing Day. I thought, well, this can be my tradition. I can go to Carols by Candlelight, which is a big deal in Australia. It's a big concert. I do that Christmas night. I used to watch it on TV when I was wrapping the presents with my mother, and I always wanted to go to it. I thought, I'll go to that. And then on the way home, I look at the Christmas storefronts that they do in the city. And I thought, I'll do that. And then Boxing Day, I'll go see whatever big blockbuster is out. So, because I really liked Aquaman 2. I thought, well, this year will be Wonder Woman. This is great. I'll do that. I'll find a way to go out, get past my anxiety, and actually go out and see it. So that was the plan. And then that was last night. And today I see, and there's two sort of stories here. I saw a message, article saying that Wonder Woman is opening on December 16 internationally, because it's opening in HBO and cinemas in America, and because international doesn't have HBO, like Australia doesn't have HBO, they were going to open the film 10 days earlier. And I'm like, why? So now I have to, if I want to do my tradition and have this new tradition that I do, I have to wait 10 days to see the film. I can't go out and see it on opening day. Boxing Day would have been opening day. It's opening in the US Christmas Day, and internationally Boxing Day. I'm like, why not stick to that? Why does not having HBO make a difference to that? You're still opening it internationally so people can still see it if they want to, if they go to the cinema, especially in countries like Australia, which at the moment pretty much have zero. We have an outbreak in South Australia. One person didn't wash their hands, and they were working with people who are working in quarantine hotels and a pizza parlour and prison, and basically because they don't pay the security and cleaners enough, they have to work multiple jobs, so they go from one contaminated work site to the one they've now contaminated. So we've had a second outbreak in Australia, and it could turn into a second wave, but the state locked down so hard, like New Zealand hard, that it may be okay. There's some traces in the water of it, so someone has got it they haven't found, but it looks like they're going to keep it in check. So we might still have a Christmas, but there's a chance we have a second wave for the rest of the country instead, because Victoria had one. So will I be able to go? Do I want to? And so far as, and that's me, that's my issue, it's like, do I go on when it opens because I don't want to wait? Will that be busy, or will people wait till Boxing Day to go see it? If I go see it on Boxing Day, will it be busy, or will it be quiet because it's been open for 10 days? Do I wait that long to have my little tradition? It doesn't really work if it's not opening on that day, because I'm sort of an opening night sort of person, so it's a bit of a mess. And then you have to think of the financial situation, because obviously if the whole debate about HBO Max was they won't make any money if they release it on HBO Max or get seen, but unless they charge for it, like Mulan, Disney charged for Mulan and it flopped pretty bad. Some other movies charged and they did really well, like Trolls, that did really well. But apparently HBO Max is releasing it for free, so people can see it for free, so why would they go to the cinema and pay and risk health? So how is that going to affect the box office? How is the box office going to affect sequels? They were planning to do a trilogy at least. Will they do a third film? Will they be like, well, the last film didn't make money? I'm like, will they take into account that COVID affected it? Because they're already blaming COVID for the box office for Birds of Prey when it came out the month before COVID hit, so they were using it for that. So will they use it to cover Wonder Woman when it's an actual factor? I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't know how they're going to make money out of HBO Max. I mean, maybe they get some more subscriptions because people who maybe don't have it get it just to watch Wonder Woman that month. But that's not a lot of money for a basic subscription, unless you have to buy one of the premiums or something. They should have charged for it. I mean, I would, if I was in America, if there was a streaming service here, I would have charged to see it. I'm going to buy it on DVD and Blu-ray and box sets and tins and steelbooks or whatever they have, because it's Wonder Woman. And this Wonder Woman, this is the Toy Biz one from 1990, I think. I had the original 80s Superpowers one. Someone stole it. Whoever you are, burn in hell. I'm going to have to buy a new one on eBay. I was looking at that last night, actually. I also have to replace my Superman because someone stole that as well. I had all the superhero, Super Friends ones from the 80s, Superpowers ones from the 80s, and people stole them all. And I ended up just having the Toy Biz ones I bought later, and I ended up buying one, the blue Batman from the Super Friends, Superheroes, Superpowers line, and I had to get all the others because people stole my stuff. I just realised actually quite a few things I had as a kid were stolen that were at my mum's place, and I still don't know how that happened. But that's a whole other issue. But stop me worrying about Wonder Woman for a minute. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I love Wonder Woman. I've been waiting for this film forever. A lot of people have been waiting for this film forever. I don't know if I said this already. I didn't have a video, and I started again. And I don't know if I talked about the fact that a lot of people are waiting for this film. A lot of people didn't really like the Nazi-era Wonder Woman, and no one really does. Everyone wanted a contemporary Wonder Woman, which is what the 70s, 80s feels like, especially now everything's retro. It works really well. But I'm just worried if they don't make money, will they make a third film? Will they take it into account? Will they have some way to make money through HBO? Or have they just given up and be like, okay, we're not making money? Because this whole debate with should cinemas release films, studios release films because the cinemas are dying? Do they want the cinemas to die because the cinemas get half the money? They get half the money from the cinemas, but if they can find a way to release on streaming directly through the studios without there are they trying to get rid of, there's this whole debate, are the studios trying to get rid of the theatres? And it's a bit messy at the moment. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, and I just had to talk about Wonder Woman because I'm really I don't know what to do. Do I see it when it opens? Do I wait and try and have my little traditional Boxing Day thing? Will they find an international streaming service so I can just watch it on streaming and don't even have to worry about the whole going out? But then maybe I'll see it again another day at a theatre. Maybe they'll screen it some other time. The Astor Theatre screens older films. Maybe they'll screen it in a double in a year or so or something like that with the original so I can see it on the big screen. Maybe that'll be the best I can get. I don't know. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. It's a bit of a shit show.